So, in the following video, I got the generation name wrong. I don't think I'm going to present myself for a flogging, but I was thinking that millennial, it's made sense to me, would be the first 10 years of the millennium, not pre-millennial. Anyway, my son set me absolutely straight on that and was appalled that I would mislabel his generation. So I'm looking at, in this video, Generation Z. Not people that are in their 30s and above, but within that 20s, within the 20s. That's what this group of musicians, I think, are in. So I just want to clarify that because you will hear me say millennial, and that's so sorry. So sorry. You can write me up. So for this lineup, I chose indie music. And some of these bands, you'll find out, are not very indie in some of their body of work. And so, with the exception of one of them, they got moved towards the end of the lineup. But I will say, the girls are running the ball in this genre. I just want to clarify, I do not get into the backgrounds of these people. Okay, I don't care what version of the Bible they read or what denomination they belong to. This is the criteria. I listen, and if it goes off the rails, like in the next song they're singing about extramarital affairs or something, then I'm like, oh, well, this is probably not going to make the list. It's that simple. But if their body of work keeps Jesus Christ in the frame, some of the stuff is amazing. So some of it is amazing how indie music can use, they can be more depthy in their lyric delivery, and because they have room to wiggle. With pop music or rock music, you got to line up the phrases. They got to be quick. They got to be to the point. They got to be, they got to be manicured to the point of stubs, right? So, with indie music, that's not the way. That's not how we write indie music. So some of this stuff is just really, really good, but that's the depth that I'm looking at here. So we don't need to post our 3-hour takedown videos over here or gossip, because it's not on the radar to find out everything about these people. So, so don't gossip, unless you know them and you're willing to keep them accountable personally. Then we just, let's not do it. So I'm going to say women are running the ball in the genre. They really are. They're doing a great job. Two of my favorites. So like I said, some of these, guys, they kind of lean into rock as well. But one indie artist who always comes up in all the lists is Josh Carroll's. And I'm just going to shout out to him, though I kept the list millennial. I'm just going to highlight my favorite song of his. It's about resurrection power, is Butterfly. And then I did Dress Us Up. I covered it. It's over on my YouTube channel by John Mark McMillan, who does some indie sounds as well. But here's how I go about this. Because I think Liz Weiss should be on this list too. But this is so that you know that I'm not being discriminatory or just, my favorites or whatever. What I do per list is I go online and I keep my resource limited. So I'll go to Spotify on this time and this blog this time. And then next time I will use something else for gospel rap. Say maybe that's what I'm going to do next time. And it'll be a different blog. And it won't be Spotify. It will be, something else. And what I'm looking for is public opinion and what rises to the top. So if you haven't heard your favorite artists, indie artists, this time it's because that source that I used did not bring up the artist. And then when the source, like one of the blogs that I used, and I can also post here, they brought up bands that sound like boy bands. And I was like, nope, we're not going to do that either. So I stuck to indie as much as I could. But you'll hear at the beginning of this list, number 10, which is actually the back end of this list, you'll hear like harder music. But I know that these are... they mess around with indie music. So I listened and I listened and I listened and I listened through March while I was fasting. The fasting was great. It was progressive. I put a post about it on Instagram, but by the end of the fast, I could not stand up, so that had to end in short order. And yeah, it was a great experience. There is joy in fasting. There is peace. You don't have to hate it the whole time. There can be moments where you're tempted or moments where you just really want to eat, but then you find out, Jesus is enough. And that is our point today. Resurrection power. Resurrection power. I kept it super specific. Super specific. And that is the point. That's what I'm going to do with all of these that I do. A specific topic. Or like I did Amazing Grace. Which version of Amazing Grace? But this so far is my favorite. Not that I've done a million, but this is my favorite playlist. It's just so good. It's so good. It's over on Spotify. It's called Resurrection Power. And you can check it out. But we are going to start this thing up. Starting with our first song. It's called Testify by Wakelow. About testifying out of power. Yes. A victorious life versus a dead living. So good. Like I said, women are killing it in this category. Yes. Next one is Temple by Isaac Wheaton, Zither, and Damaris Gomes. Temple, where is that? Where is it? Come on, come on. Really? Sometimes I can't read. I'm thinking I know that it's on this list, so here we go. It's a house edit. House music. Number 9. It's about Christ dwelling in us. The old man is gone. Very idea of resurrection power to be new. Zither is a really good band. I did not find another song of theirs, at least what Spotify played for me, because I would just hit play and listen, that hit the resurrection topic like this, but this is a collaboration. But Zither is very straight down the line indie. Next is The Hope Inside by Colony House. Now, they do lean into the rock, Christian rock, but sometimes they go down the line of the indie sound. What I really appreciate about them is you can hear their dad in there. They didn't go off the rails. I hate my dad's music, that kind of thing. There's totally, I can hear their dad, and their dad went before us, right? Just a great songwriter. I'm talking about Stephen Cruz Chapman and the band Colony House that his son started. So this one's called The Hope Inside.
Running with my eyes closed, weary, flesh and bone. I can feel the fire burning in my lungs. Maybe there's a reason why my heart pounds inside my chest, saying it's okay to take your time, slow it down, you just need rest. I've been holding on with all my might, but can
living from that
catch my
position
breath,
of hope,
thinking maybe it's the hope inside that comes alive when it's all we have left,
and realizing it's all we have and it's all we need. Amazing band. Next, this is number 7. Yes, 7. Is Be My Glory by Trula.
Got a glimpse of my reflection.
She's a great lyricist.
It was no match to your perfection.
Next one is 2.
I saw what I couldn't bear,
but she has this voice.
Reaching for glory, found nothing there. But you answered when I called, came and changed it all, and you clothed me in righteousness. Just like
this goes with the theme of John 17. As we glorify him, he glorifies us, lifts us up in his power to live out what he's made us to do. This isn't prosperity gospel, this is producing the fruit he's called us to produce. Great song. Next is Maybe by Praise Labangu.
Obsessed with perfection, I don't quite know what the deal is with that.
To be able to sing a conversation, Taylor Swift is good at this. To be able to sing a conversation is a real gift. We can sing lyrics, but to sing a conversation that draws the listener in is something else. So despite trouble, God using it for his glory. That's resurrection power.
I'm learning to kiss the waves, and though you slay me, I'll stay. If darkness is light to you, I know you'll bring me through it all. You know the way.
So she doesn't do song phrasing in the strict sense. She left that open-ended in a sense. Like she is having a conversation with God and she's inviting us into it. It's really amazing. So in our next song is I Will Never Be the Same. Now this guy must be up and coming. Finding song images for some of these guys was really hard because I think they're just starting out. The internet's shutting them down or whatever. But I get so excited when I find them because I'm like, I want to just push them out if they're ready to be acknowledged. You will hear the production is really rough, but it's a really good song. Sam Wall. It's number 5.
When you rolled the stone away, when you walked out of the grave, you were standing in the light of day, everything changed. You said, do not be afraid, you were scarred to heal the pain. You defeated death and shame, everything changed, everything changed.
Song about how we are changed and our alignment is changed and and we could never fall so far that we're out of his hands, that to be able to walk a life with that confidence is just poignant of resurrection power. He Makes Me Well is next, number 4. Now this girl, I think these guys are all millennial. That's where I tried to stay. She is running the ball in this genre. Really, really. He Makes Me Well by Ali Page.
From the inside, you wake me up in the mornings with fulfillment and peace. I don't need to look anywhere else.
Amen.
For I've a friend, I've a counselor, I have Jesus himself. And my soul is full and love abounds. Oh, he makes me well.
Amazing. So I've had back problems this week. I'm hopefully at the end of this. Next is a group that would probably be considered surf rock, but with this song, they stayed in the lane of indie music. This is Strings and Heart. They're coming out to Germany, and my son is going to see them.
Across seas, I have settled and seen your heart for me, every bit of my being. If I'm in my bed in the depths, or rise on the wings of the dawn, your love is evergreen, it's everything that finds me in your arms. All I know, the skies are no blue until I met you. Now everything's new, and even though life can get cold, the warmth of your truth makes everything new.
Great song. Next is Grace by Grace Runkle. It's number 2. My son is raging.
Decided to be honest.
We've been working on
The
that.
mask with the ring. Is it too late to come back? I've done so
Finding her
many
image.
things, Lord. How much do I owe
It's amazing.
you? I know
Good production
that
too,
it's
so she must be on her feet,
past.
I would think.
He said, just look at me. My blood painted for you. How do I wrap my mind around a love that asks nothing in return but to love you back? Throw off
It has
the
pop
work you never asked
vibes,
me
for real.
to bear the load of
With that
this
phrasing.
love, though it's all that I
But it remains in the lane.
decided I am ready
Really good song.
to have.
Last one, number 1. It's called What You Do by Rihanna, and finding this song image was again a feat. So good. So good.
Traitors made loyal. The skeptic
Confidence is good too, and it's on the playlist.
the guilty's conscience
Just well delivered. Just,
is totally clean.
I love the riff.
The strongest addiction is forced to release. The soul suffocating can finally breathe. When holiness meets broken hearts, you put together every part. You're not afraid of hurt or
We have an
scars.
amazing God.
This is what you do. Your healing's not conditional. You welcome what's impossible. You meet our doubt with miracles. This is what you do.
Really good set list. I would go check it out over on Spotify. Peace out.